वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपां बुद्धिर्यतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। बहुत बहुत स्वागत आप सभी का भागवत गीता अध्ययन सत्र में। सो वी कंटिन्यू आवर स्टडी ऑफ श्रीमद् भागवत गीता, दसम अध्याय और श्लोक संख्या 4-5 से देखेंगे आज। सो जैसा कि कल देखा ना, बहुत सुंदर लगता है 10.2 10.3 है ना। जानने का क्या मतलब होता है? जानना मतलब ये नहीं कि हाँ मैं जानता हूँ उनका घर कहाँ पे है, उनका क्या व्यापार है, उनकी हाइट क्या है, उनको खाने में क्या पसंद है इत्यादि। ये सब तो फिर भी थोड़ा सहज है, ठीक है। जानने के अंदर जानना मतलब इंफॉर्मेशन और वास्तव में जानना ना। प्राय तो हमें गूगल इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं देता ना, रियलाइजेशन नहीं देता। और हम जीवन में रियलाइजेशन के पीछे हैं। हाँ? बिना रियलाइजेशन इज व्हाट विच कनेक्ट्स अस विद रियल रियलिटी, है ना। जो अनुभव में आया है, जिसको हम अनुभव में उतार पाए, वो ज्ञान हुआ। ज्ञान के भी दो स्तर ना, एक तो सामान्य ज्ञान थियोरेटिकल स्तर पे, और एक विज्ञान। तो ये भागवत गीता, ये हमारा, ये जो भगवान का दिव्य वचन है, ये हमारा अनुभव बनना चाहिए। हमें इस दिव्य वचन, इस दिव्य कृपा, ये हमारे साक्षात्कार होना चाहिए। और ये रियलाइजेशन तभी बनेगा जब हम इसको क्रियान्वित करें, प्रैक्टिस में उतारें। और प्रैक्टिस में भी तभी ये रियलाइजेशन बनेगा एक्चुअली, जब हम जो रियलाइज सोल्स हैं, रियलाइज डिवोटीज हैं, उनके अनुगत्य में आके, हाँ, उनकी सेवा भावना से अनुगत्य में आके, और वो हमारे प्रेरणा स्तोत्र बन जाए, उनको रोल मॉडल देखते हुए फिर हम भक्ति में चले ना, उन्हीं के पद चिन्हों में चल के, उन्हीं को प्रशंसा करने के लिए जो गुरु परंपरा से जुड़े हुए हैं। तब ये हमारा खुद का अनुभव बनेगा, हमारा ये साक्षात्कार बनेगा। और हम जानते हैं संसार में थ्योरी से बात नहीं बनती है, केवल थ्योरी से ऐसी बात नहीं बनती है, हमें अनुभव में चाहिए तभी जाके आता है। तो इसी आशा अभिलाषा के साथ ये हमारे भी, जैसा अर्जुन का अनुभव बना ना, ठीक उसी प्रकार हमारा भी ये अनुभव बन सके। So what Krishna, the journey what he took Arjuna through, this is what we aspire also. So Arjuna is Krishna is using Arjuna uh, for to deliver a message for our benefit, for our ultimate benefit. It isn't Arjuna who needs help as such, no. It is us who needs direction, and Krishna is speaking this for us to have a relationship with us. So with this mood, with this attitude, understanding, prayers, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today we'll do 4 and 5 and see how much we progress. बुद्धिर्ज्ञानमसम्मोह क्षमा सत्यम दम समा सुखम दुःखम भवो भयं च भयम् एव च अहिंसा समता तुष्टिस् तपोदानं यशो यश भवन्ति भावभूतानां मत एव पृथग्विदा। Okay, so Lucy, would you be okay to read translation and purports? Lucy, Alessandra, Harsha, you read in turns, and because these are qualities which Krishna is mentioning and things we see what he's mentioning here. We'll try to read the purport until say control of the senses. Yeah, until control of the senses, and we discuss, and then we read further and we try to discuss.
Okay. Is that?
This is the translation here.
Okay. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. The different qualities of living entities, be they good or bad, are all created by Krishna, and they are described here. Intelligence refers to the power to analyze things in their proper perspective, and knowledge refers to understanding what is spirit and what is matter. Ordinary knowledge obtained by a university education pertains only to matter, and it is not accepted here as knowledge. Knowledge means knowing the distinction between spirit and matter. In modern
Repeat this
education,
again.
knowledge means knowing the distinction between spirit and matter. In modern education, there is no knowledge about spirit. They are simply taking care of the material elements and bodily needs. Therefore, academic knowledge is not complete.
Alessandra, please read.
A Samoa, is that correct?
Yep.
Freedom from okay, thank you. Freedom from doubt and delusion can be achieved when one is not hesitant and when he understands the transcendental philosophy. Slowly but surely he becomes free from bewilderment. Nothing should be accepted blindly. Everything should be accepted with care and with caution. Kasama, tolerance
Shama.
and forgiveness. Shama, tolerance and forgiveness should be practiced. One should be tolerant and excused to the minor offenses of the others. Satyam, truthfulness means the facts be presented as they are, for the benefit of others. Facts should not be misinterpreted. According to social conventions, it is said that one can speak the truth only when it is palpable to others, but is not truthful. But that is not truthfulness. The truth should be spoken in a straightforward way, so that others will understand actually what the facts are. If a man is a thief, and if people are warned that he is a thief, that is truth. Although sometimes the truth is unpalatable, one should not refrain from speaking it. Truthfulness demands that facts can be presented as they are for the benefit of others. That is the definition of truth. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, nonviolence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone.
Thanks, Alessandra. I like your enthusiasm. Harsha, can you read control of the senses paragraph, please?
Control of the senses means that the senses should not be used for unnecessary personal enjoyment. Control of the senses means that the senses should not be used for unnecessary personal enjoyment. There is no prohibition against meeting the proper needs of the senses, but unnecessary sense enjoyment is detrimental for spiritual advancement. Therefore, the senses should be restrained from unnecessary use. Similarly, one should restrain the mind from unnecessary thoughts. That is called shama, sama. One should not spend one's time pondering over earning money. That is a misuse of the thinking power. The mind should be used to understand the prime necessity of human beings. And
वो फिर से पढ़ना, one should not spend.
one should not spend one's time pondering over earning money. That is a misuse of the thinking power. The mind should be used to understand the prime necessity of human beings, and that should be presented authoritatively. The power of thought should be developed in association with persons who are authorities in the scriptures, saintly persons, and spiritual masters, and those whose thinking is highly developed. Sukham, pleasure or
फिर से पढ़ो
happiness.
वो the power of thought, फिर से पढ़ो.
The power of thought should be developed in association with persons who are authorities in the scriptures, saintly persons, and spiritual masters, and those whose thinking is highly developed. Sukham, pleasure or happiness, should always be in that which is favorable for the cultivation of the spiritual knowledge of Krishna consciousness. And similarly, that which is painful or which causes distress is that which is unfavorable for the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Anything favorable for the development of Krishna consciousness should be accepted, and anything unfavorable should be rejected.
Yeah. Thank you. So a question. What is it required in order to like someone? How can we like someone? Yeah, this is the question. In order for me to like someone, what is the basic minimum thing that should be sort of there so that I can actually like the person?
Connection?
Yeah. What is it required for me to have a connection with the person? Screen हटा सकते हो वैसे. I was thinking we'll try to discuss up until here and then read further more purpose and try to discuss, because otherwise good qualities and the purpose is too long say, or a bit long say. Okay, so connection, maybe I can rephrase the question, right? What is it that helps me connect with another person? The fundamental thing which is as such required. Harsha,
guess it's-
Lucy, and
Like an openness of your energy, like how welcoming your energy is.
good. So what causes, what leads that, okay, I open up?
Is it some
Harsha.
A
kind of
pure
love?
heart.
Okay, so again, I think I can still ask it this way. Right? What is it that drives the openness of the pure heart? So Lucy, what were you saying?
I said like, because love could be seen as a spectrum, so maybe it's like the possibility of love, or like the loving feeling, some kind of
What?
love.
True, sure. What instigates What does instigate mean?
What does instigate mean?
Yeah.
To start something.
Yeah, my English is not so good, so I end up asking this question. So, what does instigate mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, what instigates that feeling of love? Should I say
Trust.
good?
I
Yeah,
want to
very
get.
good. Trust.
Sorry.
Go on, Lucy.
Oh, no, go on. Say.
Okay, I say this and very maybe simple what I'm trying to say, and let me know if I should have asked the question slightly differently or any differently. In order for me to like someone, first thing is I need to know the person.
Oh,
It's true.
In order
that's
for
true. Yeah.
uh, in order for me to have a connection with someone, the very basic minimum, isn't it? Is like at least I should be knowing the person. In order for me to that spectrum of love, did you say? Wow, sounds
Yeah.
big, isn't it? Spectrum
Yeah.
of love. My gosh. In order for me to have that spectrum of love, at least I should be knowing the person to begin with. Um, And trust also comes later. First, knowing the person, an open heart, pure heart. Wow, you all go very deep, maybe I think. So at least I know the person, right? And I asked previously, I mean, with all fairness, how many of us you think we go to church, mosques, temples in our homes as well? We have many of us, those who are somewhat believers, somewhat spiritualist. hmm, They have their perhaps their own methods of worship, and most of them is like, if I may say, concocted, means self-created forms of worship which perhaps helps someone to connect with some and get some hope, solace, and all. But how many of us actually uh, genuinely ask, Krishna, how are you? God, how are you? Universe, how are you? When people go to church, right? How are you? And how do you find this? How are you? Is it no? Is it? It is. I find it very, again, very therapeutic. If someone asks me like, how are you? Or if I ask someone, how are you? Straight away, like there's some connection, some bonding, some relation, some care, concern, right? But the world we live in today is a very mechanical world, wherein I find we are more efficient than robots, or we are more robotic than robots, is what I mean, maybe. You know, we go into this automated machine sort of thing. In different culture, different states, countries, slightly different, they may reply to how are you, and slightly different, they may ask, how are you? I think, how is it in Lucy? People generally ask in the UK, how are you? What's another way of asking, how are you in the UK?
You're right.
So you're all right, you're all right. And what are the general replies like?
It's pretty. What's the word? Monotonous. Monoton. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, fine. People always say that they're fine. No one actually tells the truth unless
Yeah,
they are
fine,
fine.
not too bad, fine, not too bad, fine, not too
Yeah.
bad, or maybe could be worse or could be better. But generally,
Yeah.
fair to say, right? Like in Canada as well, right? I suppose there would be a way of asking how are you in, and the general automated reply wherever worldwide. How are you? Yeah, good, fine, not too bad. Yourself? Yeah, good, fine, thank you. Haribol. Yeah. But see, point being, how many of us we actually ask God, universe, Krishna, whatever we say, like, how are you? And this how are you is so therapeutic. So actually, see, I don't think so. Many of us actually go and ask like this, even if at our homes or in when we are in places of worship, say. And Bhagavad Gita takes us way too ahead, straight on that. Yes, Krishna really takes us way too ahead and straight on that. We could never. Oh, coming into Krishna consciousness, one would, one can never as such leave Krishna consciousness. No one leaves as such. So, anyways, this is one thing I wanted to felt like sharing. Now, coming on this thing in terms of connection and like, so at least I should be knowing the person. When I know the person, then I know, okay, I like him or I don't like him, isn't it? But the knowing is the ground, the basic, the bare minimum basic ground, say. So the chapter 10 is entitled Opulence of the Absolute. Hmm? Uh, this world is enamored very much by miracles, believe it or not. Very much lewd or value miracles a lot as such and all. And so opulence of the absolute. So in Hindi there is this saying chamatkar ko namaskar, है ना? And also there's this thing, right? Like because Krishna can do magic, because Krishna can do magic, that is why he is not God. He is God by naturally, by default. And for him, actually, nothing is a magic as such. It is our lack of knowledge which makes me, okay, wow, this is a magic sort of thing. But for Krishna, it's nothing is a magic like. Mm. So it's very important that if I have to like or not like Krishna, say I aspire to fall in love, so let me know a little bit about Krishna. And in this chapter, in decent details, for me to fall in love with Krishna, Krishna will reveal himself. Knowledge of the opulence of the absolute. When we know someone, opulence meaning what? Once opulence, right? Like involving his beauty, looks, fame, name, money, power, contacts, things like this, so on. And also, how much is he peaceful? How much is he detached? How much is he of a different level altogether? So when we get to know of a person like this, we fall in love. Like there's shows, right? Even in pubs and clubs, huh? If some singer comes and also we know, wow, such a such singer is coming, and people queue up. People actually queue up, be it summertime, winter time, cold and all, and even if it's raining, but people queue up. Why? Because they find that person is very opulent. His or her voice and music is opulent. Hmm? This football games, people queue up. Why? Because they have a fascination and they know, wow, this game is opulent, the players are opulent, that sort of thing. For those who are into politics and businesses and also they like knowing about these things and all because they find the attraction. And what gets us into that attraction is we find those things and those personalities carrying opulence, carrying opulence. So in here as well, Krishna, he wants, he loves us, and he wants us, yeah, it can be said he wants us to love him. But yeah, he wants us to say love him. And so he's kindly sharing or going to share some of his opulences, or revealing a bit more about himself. He's giving us an opportunity. Look, this is who I am. Now, do I sound any appealing to you? Do I sound any much better, good appealing to you? Then follow, get in love with me because whatever I am, I'm in a very filthy state. Yet, Krishna loves me. Shall I give you another therapeutic sentence or message or thought? Huh?
Always.
Thank you. Krishna loves me unconditionally. So should I. If you feel okay, repeat. You can say along, unmute, mute, whichever suits you. Krishna loves me unconditionally. So
Krishna
should I.
Krishna loves me unconditionally, so should I.
How does it feel?
Warm.
Relief.
I don't think so. I have realized that unconditional love of Krishna yet. Surely I've experienced peace, love in the practice of Krishna consciousness. I find beauty in the practice of Krishna consciousness, and there's a long, long way to go. But yet, even though my consciousness has not fully realized it, but I find it so sweet. Krishna loves me unconditionally. So should I try at least. Even though I know I'm in a very filthy state, but yet knowing that Krishna loves me, wow, that in itself changes my perspective altogether. So wherever I am, wherever, I could be in a bus stop and my mind could be all over the place. But if I can recall, Krishna loves me unconditionally, so should I. Krishna loves me unconditionally. At least I should try to love him, even though conditionally. Uh, So that helps me change my perspective. So, coming to this, in order to love someone, what to speak, love in order to like someone, to connect with someone, and on those lines, I find that it's slightly important to know the person. And this is what Krishna here from now, yesterday, what we read, and all today, and furthermore, Krishna is throughout revealing himself, presenting himself, helping us understand him for our own benefit. So, any thoughts, questions, or comments, or anything anyone would like to add or say? Okay,
Hello. Yeah,
yeah,
I've got some. Oh,
no, go
hello.
on.
I
Yeah.
was just thinking, like, because to really know someone takes quite a long time.
Mhm.
That's just what popped into my head. So, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so Krishna says, take your time. He's not in a rush as such. At least make a start, right?
Yeah,
At least we
because you could think.
make us.
Oh,
Hmm? No, go on.
I was just gonna say you could think that you know someone and then they completely change and you don't then know them.
Exactly. Exactly. This is what, if I may say, a bit specific, I find in my tiny bit of observations, I find when it comes to relationship, partner, boy and girl, say, um, relationships, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, someone been together, and like, I know you, or I know you, or 30 years ago. I mean, um, how do I say, like, still we don't know each other. People still do not know each other that well as such. And when it comes to knowing with Krishna, again, it is a subject matter of the heart. It is not a subject matter of the skin. No, it's not a subject matter superficially. It is not a subject matter externally. It is a revelation of the heart, a penetration in the heart. Okay, I ask this question again. Is breathing a natural activity for us?
Yes.
Isn't it? Even if we are asleep, walking, running, depending if we are under stress, we don't breathe normally as such. If we are struggling with some health disease and all, we don't breathe normally as such. But breathing is a normal activity for us. And if we are not breathing normally, means we are under some situations, if we are under some condition. Likewise, loving is also a natural activity. It is a complete natural activity. Uh, As much as effort is required in breathing, actually less effort is required in loving Krishna. than the effort required in breathing. Now, we all know how much effort is required in breathing. And less than that much of effort is required actually in loving Krishna. How, by effort, I mean how natural it is. Like for us, we we teach a child how to walk, how to sit, run, and things like that. We ever teach a child, oh, how to breathe? No, breathe like this, and inhale, exhale. No. Likewise, this love is a natural inbuilt emotion, call it, amongst all of us, all living entities, be one theist or atheist. Uh, And the love for Krishna is also natural for us, although currently it is in a very dormant state. Currently it is very sleeping because we have not had a direct devotee intervention, I would say. We have had some divine interventions, may not have a divine intervention in the form of books, Bhagavad Gita, Holy Name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, um, temple darshan, prasadam, and all. uh, they all facilitate, and the most powerful, I mean, all are very powerful, equally powerful. And what really helps, perhaps, is a direct devotee intervention. Then we actually, yes, devotee intervention or this Krishna conscious intervention is so sublime or so sweet and so powerful. Actually, I start realizing, oh, hang on, I'm a living entity. I have the capacity to love and be loved. Huh? Krishna, again, another therapeutic. What? Huh? Yet Krishna loves me. What does
Mm.
this mean? Yet Krishna loves me.
No matter what, he always holds that space for you.
Yeah. Even though I had a bad day, I hit someone, I did something wrong. You know, I think many times, oh no, I should not have said this to my mom or to my sister. I should not have texted my brother like this. I should not have done. Yet Krishna loves me. Is this any, do you find it therapeutic again? Soothing, calming?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, yet Krishna loves me. So Krishna is all around the corner wanting us to just turn around. And
I
then
will.
Krishna will
Yeah, sorry.
open up
I will.
himself even more. Y- Yes, Lucy, were you saying something?
No. It's Niharika. So I would want to
Oh,
ask a question that. Thank you so much. I want to ask a question that Krishna loves us and he has been there. I can feel that. But thing is that what if people around you continuously keep hurting you and you keep asking God that keep asking Krishna not to give you this situation again and again and at least make you or at least like don't like same soul uh how do I say different bodies, same personality into different bodies. So what if you keep asking Krishna that not to give this personalities like this, so that people and I don't know how to frame that questions, but this question, but then why does that happen? If you're getting me what I'm saying.
so Bhagavad Gita is a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. There were many parties involved in this war. To name some, Duryodhan, Jarasandh, Karna, Shakuni, Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, and Drishtadumna, and this Bhima, Yudhishthir Maharaj, and everyone. And they are also different personalities, right? All are different personalities. Some different thoughts, definitely they have. Pandavas, they are all tied with one thought only, the attachment, complete attachment towards Krishna. Uh, so thing is, see, okay, maybe I ask this question slightly differently in response to your question. Who does Krishna want to change? You mentioned some people and all, right? Some known tools and contacts and things like that.
For
And
example, what I mean to say, in a way, for example, I give a clear example. If a person you are attached to and that person hurts you every time, and it's not that him, but in the previous people you met, they were in the same shelf that this person was. So I'm saying that we love Krishna, we are there for Krishna, but why do we keep meeting a personality who is at the end of the day becomes abusive, becomes misbehaving with us and all that, and no matter how good we are, no matter how good, how much we pray to Krishna. So why does that happen? Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, why it keeps
so,
repeating?
yeah, sure. Because Krishna wants us to grow further. He is wanting us to walk in a no complaint zone. He won't settle down until and unless we come in a no complaint zone. That is for sure. Krishna won't settle down. He won't hold back until and unless we completely come in a no complaint zone. Hmm? Also, Krishna wants us to develop furthermore, say, actually, in response again, I think the question, I would still ask this question: who does Krishna want to change? Does he want my mom to change? Does he want my dad to change? My boss to change? My milkman to change? My postman to change? Bus driver to change? Who does he want to change? None other than myself. And change as in evolve. Arjuna in this war we see no one, Krishna didn't ask anyone to change else, and he didn't change any of the situations as such and things like that. But he evolved Arjuna. He didn't ask him to change also Arjuna. There's a difference between changing and evolving. Arjuna evolved altogether. And that is what Krishna wants us. And in order for us to evolve, I find it a bit I find it helpful if we at least know the person. For me to evolve, if I know Krishna, then I can evolve. If I know Krishna, I can know myself better. And then I can evolve, not in theory. Not in theory. See, Krishna consciousness is not, it should not be lip deep, not just in lips. It should not be mind deep. It is definitely, this dialogue is not a mind deep dialogue. Krishna is not having a mental conversation or manipulating Arjuna's mind or using his mind. No, there's no brainwashing as such happening. Krishna consciousness dialogue of Bhagavad Gita is not intelligence deep. No, Krishna is not trying to act smart, show smart, naturally be smart, and showing Arjuna that Arjuna, you be intelligent like this, or you be enlightened, intelligently enlightened like this. No, it is heart deep as in soul deep, proper. So when we find our further and further groove, further and further resolve in the message of Bhagavad Gita and the message of Krishna consciousness, there will be only one thing left for us, which is to evolve, to excel, to grow further, to go farther and grow further, hmm? And ultimately come to a no complaint zone. Does that somewhat answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so we continue. So slightly makes sense to like someone, maybe we know someone, and Krishna here we'll we'll find more blessings and opportunities for us to know him. Then we can realize him, we can realize ourselves and furthermore ahead. So the purports of Prabhupada, they are amazing. They are completely amazing. And some of the sentences, wow, I just like love this. So if we see intelligence is what it says in the translation. I guess you have books with you, or you can still see the translations. Huh? Intelligence, very. briefly, how would you say, what does intelligence mean?
Intelligence means power to differentiate between right and wrong and to understand the concept clearly rather than creating, uh, how do I say, creating any doubt in mind, something like that. That's what intelligence is.
Haribol,
But
yeah,
that
full marks, 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, intelligence essentially is the ability to discern, right? To discriminate between right and wrong, good and bad, say. Yeah. And yes, that is intelligence. Mm. And Jai Krishna Bhaje Sai Bado Chatur. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Mahaprabhu mentions uh, uh, Jai Krishna Bhaje Sai Bado Chatur. So one who is in a chase after Krishna, one who is chanting Maha Mantra, one who is practicing Krishna consciousness, devotional life, and principles and all, he's very intelligent. Why? Because he has got Krishna behind him. So the source of all intelligence. Essentially, the translation which we just read, it's like all these various qualities, they all come from Krishna himself alone. Uh, I mean, Krishna is the source of everything, and here he's mentioning just a few qualities and saying that these all qualities actually are created by me alone. They come from me. I am the source. I believe it is the book Perfect Question, Perfect Answer by Prabhupada, and it's a dialogue between Prabhupada and an American science teacher called Bob Cohen, who later on became a disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He took initiation from Prabhupada, and his initiated name is uh, Brahmatirtha Prabhu. And I believe Prabhu is still serving somewhere in America, possibly for Florida, I think. So, in perfect question, perfect answer, uh, this on these lines, Prabhupada was explaining about Krishna, who is Krishna, and his qualities, and everything comes from him and all. So, Prabhupada mentions what? Even rascaldom comes from Krishna. Uh, so, anything, it comes from Krishna. This is a world of duality, dual standards, and everything, but the source is coming from Krishna. So, in this world, we have what? Shadow and substance.
Mm.
It's not sh- shadow and substance, and they both come from Krishna. And now it is my willingness, my choice, my hunger, my desire. How much do I value myself? How much do I value life? How much do I want Krishna? So then he makes himself available, or he makes either we get shadow or we get substance. Yeah. One is like eating proper mango, and another is like playing with a mango and trying to a mango toy sort of thing, or a mango um, which is which we cannot touch, which we cannot eat, hmm? But then just contemplating on it and getting it. So this world is a world of duality, shadow and substance, and meaning Krishna and Maya. The source of real happiness lies in connection with Krishna, but we ourselves want to be. See, some archbishop said this beautiful. He says what? Um, we want the kingdom of God, but without God. Huh? We want the kingdom of God, but without God. Yeah. So, as in, we want all happiness, all sense enjoyment to the highest limit possible, but we don't want this God business. Because why? Generally speaking, God business means okay, some rules, regulations, some discipline, some strictness, and all these things and all to follow. And we don't want that. And actually, Krishna also, if we see in his Braj mood, Krishna, anyways, is in Golok Vrindavan mood only. There's no rules and regulations. There's no as such rules and regulations because in love, as such, in pure love, there's not like a formal setting, a formal dealing, and formal rules and regulations. But for us to understand the purity of sanctity of that love, that level of love, we require to be purified. And this is why we need some discipline, some austerity, some channelizing ourselves, so that Krishna consciousness begins when we become a bit sane. Na? We need sanity in life. Na? We have had lots of hand sanitizer. Now we need some real proper sanity in life as well. So coming at least to a human platform, and then eh, living in this bodily human body, but excelling in our consciousness all the way to a devotee platform. So yes, even rascaldom comes from Krishna. Everything as such comes from Krishna. Everything comes from Krishna. Both the sides of the coin and all. But it is all so that we have variety of desires. So a platform is given. We can execute, perform our desires, try to fulfill them. And if at all we can get any happiness out of it, we can check for ourselves. Or also so that we can get frustrated out of our material desires. Ultimately, it is all shaped everything for us to come closer to Krishna. So, yeah, intelligence, ability to discern, and to discriminate right and wrong thing. One beautiful see sign of intelligence. Can I say genius is a sign of intelligence? One who is genius. And what makes a person genius? Prabhupada, class genius altogether. How? Genius, this may not be a textbook definition though. And I just saying, I don't like things which are very much textbook oriented. And this Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada's commentary, nothing of it is textbook. And also the practice of Krishna consciousness is also not textbook oriented as such. So genius, genius is the ability to reduce the complicated to simple. Genius is the ability to reduce the complicated to simple. Would you agree, sort of?
Yes.
No. Genius does. Lucy Alexander saying something.
Agreeing.
Yeah, agreeing.
Genius doesn't necessarily mean, oh, he's a Harvard pass out, Oxford pass out, or Cambridge pass out, or wherever pass out, that sort of thing. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily has to tie in with academic qualification as such. It is more of a behavioral, an attitude, a personal, one's intelligence, say, which is what again to break down the complicated to simple. Now, see the genius of Krishna. Isn't he genius? Such complicated life situation of Arjuna in this battlefield. Again and again, I say, what Arjuna is going through, none of us has gone through that in life. And we can never ever go through that in life. So, was it Neharika's question like someone could be put in situations or and around people and all where there's negativity, all this coming? Multiply that by whatever time, still it will be very short of what Arjuna is going through. None of us, we have our mini battles, but none of us have actually to go to fight a war as such. Even this Russia-Ukraine war also is way below than what Arjuna is going through. And who Arjuna? A pious, a moral, a righteous, a character-oriented person. Hmm? And he had to go through this war and even tribulations before the war, leading up to the war. For a moral, righteous person, a character oriented person, it is very difficult to mm, uh, say what to physically insult or hurt someone, even through words and speech, and go against his teachers and family members and all. So Arjuna was in the tightest spot altogether. And for that Arjuna, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Gita means song. Gita is like sung form. Bhagavad Gita, song sung by God Himself. So this is Krishna's genius. Such a tricky, tight, difficult position for Arjuna. Krishna broke it so simply, so sweetly, so beautifully in a song form. Such a complicated thing, Krishna made it real simple and clear. Why? Because it is all spiritual. It is all natural. Something which is natural, something which is spiritual. uh, After a point in time, it will become very simple for us. Love is anything but a complicated affair. Love is a natural, simple emotion. So, Krishna, you know, when Krishna spoke actually, before he started speaking, he smiled. He smiled. And the message is like he's passing on a message to the opponents, because the opponents also were watching. The war was stopped, like it was about to start, and then Arjuna said, "Oh, Krishna, I'm confused about my duty. What do I do?" So the war actually halted, and none of the parties then started fighting, because they said, "No, no, wait. Krishna is speaking something with Arjuna, so it must be important." And we see again a sign of culture and respect. They said, "No, we won't start fighting until Krishna has ended his talk with Arjuna." A sign of respect, culture, and thing. So Krishna started speaking, and before he started saying a word, the first thing he did is smile, which means what? Even in the midst of such chaos and frustration, Krishna is nothing to as such worry or panic. He's smiling. So again, the same thing which we tried to discuss. Yet Krishna loves me unconditionally. Yet amongst all this, yet Krishna is smiling. And if I can tune in myself with Krishna, the end result would be glorious, completely, truly glorious. So Krishna smiled, meaning what? He was passing a message to the opponents that hang on, do not think that Arjuna is perishing, or Arjuna is a failure, or he's going to fail down and all. Because before Krishna smiled, Arjuna spoke a lot, uh, and he was, through his body language, he just sat down and he was shattered completely. But Krishna smiling raised, raised it raised tremendous hopes for Arjuna. It raised tremendous hopes for those on Arjuna's side. And it didn't give any the message. A clear message was sent to the opponents that do not go overconfident, or do not think that you have won the battle just like that. No. So that sort of thing. Uh, this Krishna smile and his genius, how he broke it down for Arjuna, and he's breaking it down for us as well. And Prabhupada's genius, someone at the, if I may say, at the fag of his life, hmm, 70, 69, he was 69 plus when he left India, and not in a luxurious ship, in a cargo ship. Huh? A journey of, I believe, 65 days or maybe 35 days, still whatever. Now flying from India to America, any part of America, maybe direct flight takes 16, 18 hours, something like that. And this was back in 70s, in 60s, a 69-year-old person, hmm, in a cargo ship, seasickness, and harsh weather, whatnot, food problem. huh? And also the journey is fascinating. Furthermore, and Prabhupada went to America, mm, at the age of 70, and a different land altogether, different culture, everything different. But look at the power of his, you know, it is said, right? Pen is mightier than sword. It is said for a reason, and Bhagavad Gita is the ultimate proof of it. Through Prabhupada's writings, his teachings, and his chanting, then he broke down the complicated, made it so simple for us. So simple. So this is again the message of Bhagavad Gita. If we just give good oral reception, and if we are keep that faith and just give some time, perhaps we can see it coming through. Lucy, were you saying something like that with time? Yeah, about knowing person, it takes a time and all. So yeah, fair enough. What is the rush? What is the rush? We have now, if we have set on the this train of Bhagavad Gita, if we have set now on this train of Krishna consciousness, then what is the rush? Now or later, sooner or we are in the journey, as long as we don't get off that train. Just that thing. So no rush. And
I have
as
a
we were
question.
discussing someday, right? Krishna knows. He knows our pulse way much better than what NHS knows or what we can know for ourselves. Krishna knows way much better. So he knows how much space we need, what pace we should be running or growing or walking, and he will do all arrangement. There will come a turning point furthermore in our life wherein we can take a springboard leap in our chase towards Krishna. So this is like genius, how Prabhupada's a genius broke the complicated to very simple, and what he did, like wow, we can go and speaking of this and the message of Bhagavad Gita. And yeah, intelligence, Arjuna lost that intelligence, and Krishna is reviving our real intelligence altogether. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comment?
I have a question, Ashish.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So my question is, I mean, as you know, the time has changed. The Krishna time was really different when the war happened. And the time which is happening in Ukraine and Russia, people are going through a lot. People are suffering through a lot. So their agony is complete, and women are getting abused. Not in just a war, but yeah, I mean, all the places women are getting abused in a very pathetic way, in a very ridiculous way. My question is here is
Is
that
anytime abuse in
how
a good way?
no bad way. Abuse
Okay,
means very bad abuse. Yeah, I mean,
sure.
I don't want to explain that, but yeah,
Okay.
abuse in a very bad abuse, domestic abuse, or being raped, and etc. etc. Now, what I'm saying, the time has changed, but now, oh, see, I forgot the question. So now the time has changed, but thing is that I want to know that how like how people can people can understand from Krishna that like people can heal and come out of it, because it's not easy. It's absolutely not easy to,
Thank
when
you
I
very
see
much.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice question. Bhagavad Gita is timeless wisdom. Time is changing for whom? For us conditioned people.
Mm,
We are living in a world of duality. For us, it is like morning, day, evening, and all. For us, it is a division of time. Hmm? But for Krishna, there's no division of time. We struggle to comprehend eternity, and Krishna struggles to comprehend temporariness. Sorry. We struggle to comprehend regularity. What to speak of eternity, we struggle to comprehend regularity. Fair enough.
mm,
We don't have we have some concept of eternity sitting somewhere in our mind, uh, through our intelligence sitting somewhere in our mind. But it has, at least for me, it has not become my realization as of now yet. Mm. But for Krishna, he struggles to understand time gaps as such. He lives in eternity altogether. So this wisdom, when one comes across Bhagavad Gita, it is timeless wisdom. Again, for those, okay, on this thing only itself, like you are saying, right, with this Russia Ukraine
Yeah. No. Oops.
Oh no.
And squeezed. I will disconnect it, Auntie.
She's getting impatient. I'm supposed to record it with her.
Should we text him?
Yeah.
Oh, try looking in and out again.
It's not my end though.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Oh,
Sorry, I got disconnected. Audible now?
You're back.
Thank you. So the Bhagavad Gita is timeless wisdom. For us, there is like this divisions of time and thing, but not for Krishna. Also, again, this message is for first of all for me to understand. It is for first of all for me to understand. First of all, for me to imbibe, even if not fully understand, but first of all for me to get through it or understand. And a thing to learn in life is nothing is unfair in life. This is a fair point to learn in life. Nothing is unfair in life. No. No one can cheat me. No one is cheating me. No one can cheat me. It is my mind which imagines, which contemplates, which creates or believes, which lives that okay, I've been cheated or I'm cheating as such. Nothing life is not at all unfair to anyone. Rather, actually, we are being unfair to life. As in we are being unfair to ourselves by not understanding life. Life is very clear, right? The law of karma is working fine. Everything is working fine other than me. This is what Arjuna realized. Arjuna realized, hang on, everyone is well settled in their consciousness and everything, predominantly nature, is all working fine. It is personally me who is a bit messed up, who needs changing and all. So Bhagavad Gita is a timeless wisdom. Doesn't matter whatever era, whatever time, whichever country, time, place, circumstance, situation. One who comes across it and reads it with some sincerity, some faith in good association of devotees, one will find pure solace in it. One can see the teachings, the learnings, apply it in life, and further scale it ahead. At least one would come to a should come to an understanding that life is not unfair to me. Nothing has been unfair to me. Hmm? If one can develop this understanding, what yet Krishna loves me. Huh? Krishna is watching this. It is sanctioned by Krishna. So if I have that faith, something been sanctioned, something been approved beyond my control, and it is happening and coming. So it is for my benefit. It is fine. But for that to come about, the beginning is having this knowledge between the difference between matter and spirit. If we do not understand this basic knowledge, as it says in the purport as well, who am I? The difference between matter and spirit, then nothing we can understand, or whatever we understand is in theory only. It is in theory. And theory, the part with theory is theory will haunt us from time to time. Why? Because we have not put it into practice. So theory will come on our backs, haunt us from time to time. So theoretical knowledge really doesn't help. It forms a path to help us, motivate us to put into practice. But if not put into practice, pretty much back to square one, say. So those you are saying for anyone as such, huh? We were discussing, right? Lucy, Alexandra, what do you say? We are as old as Krishna. Now, if someone nurtures this, just hearing this may not really help, perhaps. But if someone nurtures this, if someone meditates on it, someone takes this as a sutra and can see eternity sparking through it, what? We are as old as Krishna. The focus in life will change altogether. The perceptions will change altogether. Be one could be in a war with Russia right now. Yeah. The war with Russia, Ukraine is more of an external war. There has to be an internal war. One has to deal with the internal war inside. Again, in response to your question, I asked this question. You're saying about this Russia Ukraine situation at the moment. 30 years back, also, there was a situation some years back. At that time, it was America, Iraq, America, Iran. Many times we find maybe America coming in picture quite a lot, perhaps. Iraq, Iran, and Middle East, and say India, Pakistan, and all. So, question is, in terms of woman exploitation and also one not finding genuine shelter, right? If one has got genuine shelter, why will one feel exploited? Isn't it? So, who is as such a refugee in this world? Because people are being displaced, wanting shelters and all. What do you say? Who is a refugee in this world? Syrians for sure, right?
Mm,
Uh,
yes.
perhaps Ukrainians for sure, refugees, right? Maybe Libyans or Lebanons, some others, maybe Myanmar people, any others if you can name.
People from Yemen.
Say again?
Yemenis.
Yemenis, yeah. Ref- How about British people? You think British people are they refugee in this world or not?
No.
What do you say, Alexandra? Canadians are they refugees?
No.
I say everyone is a refugee in this world. Everyone, each one of us. What does refugee mean? One who has not found his ultimate shelter. For one whose time is going to be up soon. We don't know when, but very soon. Yeah. What does it say? Like, we all are serving time in this world. Do we agree? All of us are serving time in this world. In many ways, we all are refugee in this world. All of us. Changing bodies, changing bodies. And Krishna wants individually, Krishna wants me personally to stop this refugee business by taking complete shelter of Krishna. Otherwise, there's no real shelter. Where is there not a chaos? Just the packaging is different. Just the packaging is different. But otherwise, chaos is there everywhere. And more than the external, it's an internal chaos. So, someone, if one is wanting to learn, so one would come across Bhagavad Gita, one would come across this message. What? We are as old as Krishna. And many such messages say, for us to find our resolve, for us to give a fair shot in the practice of Krishna consciousness. And as they say in Hindi, Jangal may be Mangal. Na? Means even in chaos there can be auspiciousness. And only Krishna has that capacity to do Jangal may be Mangal. Doesn't matter one is externally might be in a Ukrainian political land, say, and things like that. But if one has protected his consciousness, one can attain eternity. It's what is our understanding of life? How do we see life? What is our understanding of matter and spirit? If we truly understand spirit, spiritual life, spirit, we will never have a problem in life. If we only understand matter, we will always have problems in life. Always. Matter means what? Distraction. Matter means what? Confusion. Matter means what? Breaking apart. Matter means what? Hazy, not clear. Matter means what? Doubt. Matter means what? Temporary. Problem is only material, and solution has to be spiritual. Has to be spiritual. Okay, does that somewhat answer your question? Directly, indirectly.
Yeah,
Okay, I take it as yes.
yeah.
Oh, she said yes.
Okay, nice. I like it today. You guys are making me work. Like, yeah, I feel like, okay. So, asamoha, knowledge we saw, also knowledge means the distinction between matter and spirit. Again, there's lots to speak on this. We can go on ends as such. But briefly, if I say, Prabhupada, again, he went to America. He was touring there. So he went to uh, Massachusetts Institute there of Technology. And he met some professors there. He was given a tour, met professors and teachers. They were showing him, this is our economics department, this is our finance and what these departments. Sorry. Um, uh, and so Prabhupada asked, okay, your university is MIT. Where is the department to study the Almighty? Uh, there should be a department in this world to study the Almighty. What are we studying in this world? Tell me if we are studying anything outside of this in this world, anything outside of matter and its interactions. Is there anything else we are studying outside of this matter and its interaction? You people are intelligent, right? So, what is the study of Earth called? Say geology is one, right? I think it is geology, right? Studying rocks and all.
Yeah.
But there is a study of rocks, fossil fuels, and things like that, and all, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a study to study.
Called petrology.
Say again.
Study of rocks are called petrology.
Brilliant, thank you. I told you, right? You guys are intelligent. So archaeology, geology, petrology, this logy, that logy. We have lots of logies, honestly. So much of logies we have. There's no end to it, and more new logies are coming. The latest logy is what? Tell me what is the latest logy?
Technology.
What logy?
Technology.
Technology, yeah, that's the latest buzz, yeah. It's no more latest, yeah, it's quite, yeah, the new news. Eh. Shall I tell you another logic which is pretty new or quite latest,
What?
and which is going to rule further, which is going to come more strong in coming days and years, months? Psychology. When I was growing up, I didn't knew or hear, okay, psychology, psychologist, clinical psychologist, this psychologist, that psychologist. Anyways, there's a place for it, requirement for it, it's good and all. So yeah, all I mean to say is there's lots of lodges in this world, right? what not, radiology, this study, geology, what logy, that logy, and all. So we have so many streams of studies in this world, and I'm not saying that we shun all of them, we don't need them and all. No, they have their time requirement as such. We need this is what Vedic literature, Vedic Krishna conscious lifestyle help us to progressively grow, as in body and spirit both grow progressively. uh, so for our both material and spiritual proper well-being, and ultimately everything in life has to be spiritualized, everything. So point being, there's so many streams of study in this world, but essentially ultimately everything, does it not boil down to study of matter and its interactions? Even if called the study of psychology and whatnot, studying the mind, studying the intelligence and all. But what is the our premises, the principle, the ground rule that you are Indian, you are American, you are Canadian, you are British, you are this and this. Ultimately, you are a body. You are a lump of matter. Hmm? Chemicals, a reaction of chemicals. So label it, be a good human, and leave it there. So what we are studying altogether is no more than matter and its interaction. And tell me, by studying matter and its interaction, can we find peace? Oh wow. Deep down my heart, I want a spiritual satisfaction. Why? Because I'm a spiritual sentient being, living entity, and actually I'm searching for Krishna. I want to be ever happy. I want to be ever secured, peaceful, joyous. I want to live like a free bird, irrespective of outcome, situations, and all. Everything. But the way my life is shaped up, the way things work, and everything is all boiling down to matter and its interactions. And then we have what? Russia, Ukraine thingy, energy price crisis, this thingy, that thingy. The list will go on. Okay, tell me something. When was there peace in this world? Surely we have every year, I believe, peace award being given out, Nobel Peace Award being very notably, nobly given out. When was there a peace in this world?
Just
2000?
one day, 31st December.
Which one?
Sorry,
When?
peaceful.
Yeah, just one. 31st December, that's it, one day.
Not sure even how that is peaceful. Rather, that leads the epitome, or leads us to the culmination of the year in doing, by and large, if I may say, in very unpeaceful engagements. And we can see on the 1st of January, majority or mainly, I don't know in terms of stats, but there are some people, if they wake up peacefully or they wake up with some headache. The after effect says a lot. After effect says everything. What is the after effect? And when we study Bhagavad Gita, we'll get to know the after effect of the study of Bhagavad Gita, of the practice of Krishna consciousness. So in my
Mhm. Oh,
Losing him.
you remember what we were on Srimad Bhagavatam 17?
19. So we're on 20.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's good. memory.
Don't know how I know.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
So now it's 7.
Hmm?
It's raining.
Yeah. I want food, but I'm scared to go outside. Oh, I didn't open Instagram. This is not what I wanted to see.
I'm hungry too. It's not till 7.
Yeah.
Soon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's it.
Sorry, sometimes technology can be a bit intervening. So yeah. Speaking of peace, I would struggle to pinpoint what to speak of a year, even a day, when the world was in a peaceful situation, externally, internally, whichever way. Mm. But see, the world is too big for me. At least I must handle myself. Mm. So at least I take some onus and responsibility for myself to imbibe or bring more peace in my life. And that would come about when I take actually, first of all, to begin with, understand who am I? Just body or spirit? If I'm all, if I'm just this body, then why do I take so much of stress? What's the point of stressing out if I have to give up my body after 70, 80, 100 years? What's the point of worrying? Why cannot people say um what do you say? Something, eat, drink, and be merry, or something like that, right? Why cannot not just eat, drink, and be merry? If there is no spirit, if there is no God, if there is no life after that, reincarnation, or spirituality has no, if spirituality is just a concept of the brain, then why cannot not just leave it as a concept and relish life to the full? The thing is, in actually in this world, we can check for ourselves if we are studying anything other than matter and its interaction. And this Krishna consciousness platform is for us to study spirit. And spirit encompasses matter. What does encompass mean? Harsha, Lucy, Alexandra, are you still there?
Yeah.
Hi. Encompass actually means how to say enclose when you enclose something.
Spirit covers matter.
Yeah, like surround,
Oh,
Yeah, spirit
encompass.
includes matter.
Yeah, encompass. No.
Yeah, it just.
Yeah.
So can I say spirit includes matter? Spirit covers matter, spirit includes matter, spirit will always rule over matter. Spirit will always dominate matter, and that is how it should be. See, if I give you a gradation, the senses, they are dominated, ruled over by the mind. Bhagavad Gita says this. Further on, subtle, na? Gross senses are gross. Mind is more subtle. So, the more subtle the energy, the force will be, it will be having more stronger effect. It will be more powerful. So, the mind rules over the senses. Intelligence rules over the mind. Intelligence is further subtle. Likewise, spirit, the soul proper, rules over matter altogether. We are also ruling over this matter in the sense our desires and everything, though in conditioned state. But because we are spirit entity in conditioned state, covered in this material body, full of material desires and all, but it is the spirit which is overpowering matter. And the beauty, what we can do is give ourselves to Krishna. And Krishna, my dear sweet Krishna, kindly rule over me, will you? This is what Arjuna did. Kindly rule over me, Krishna. I want to be overpowered by you. What a joy in life to be overpowered by Krishna. So spirit rules over matter, and Supreme Spirit Krishna rules over spirit and matter, everything. So spirit encompasses matter, spirit includes matter, spirit covers matter. And if I'm just studying matter, living by material thought process altogether, no tinge of spiritual practice, discipline, living by some standards, lifestyle principles, putting some engagement and all, then only theory doesn't help. Where is it we see in this society itself, in the world, wherein, okay, have you got the theory exam done through? Okay, that's it. No more for you. Is there any discipline in study, in working, driving? No, not just theory help, practical. Huh? Jobs and all, not just theory help, practical. So Bhagavad Gita gives us an opportunity to live life in a practical sense altogether. So that's like intelligence, knowledge. Real knowledge begins when we understand the difference between matter and spirit. When we understand who controls matter, who controls spirits, and who controls both matter and spirit. That is Krishna. That's the starting of knowledge. And from there we can expand. But if we do not have this knowledge, then there is bound to be confusion every now and then. We will end up with so many questions. Why this? Why that? Why not like this? Why not like that? Because with spiritual practice, there is no problem. There's no question. There's no confusion or question or like that. There's only thing is introspection, enhancement, excellence, huh? Striving towards Krishna, coming to a no complaint zone. Matter will never let us come to a no complaint zone. Matter will always put up tricks in front of us, give us things in a different packaging, and let us be assured, matter will let us be assured that we are not a refugee in this world. Spirit will help us wake up to the reality that we all are a refugee in this world. We all are serving time in this world. One day we have to leave this world, and don't we need not be so compassionate worrying about the state of the world. Oh, I don't want to leave this world in such a state for my grandchildren and all. Uh, First of all, that's a good thought, but first of all, let us look our own state, uh, our spiritual state. Then there won't be any problem. Otherwise, without spirit, spiritual understanding, spiritual life, we will be surrounded with problems. Problems are only material. Have you ever heard, oh, that's a spiritual problem? Even if spiritual problems, say for that matter, means what better situation do I choose for? Even if spiritual problem is still a healthy, as in spiritual dilemma. huh? Should I go to Gaura Arati or should I go to this Bhagavad Gita study? Hmm? Some spiritual dilemma, but both are facilitating to the ultimate benefit of the spirit soul. So matter is always going to lead us to a problem. Problem always has to be material. Spiritual means always pure solution, proper solution. Matter can never give us solution. Spirit can never give us a problem. Matter will always give us a problem. huh? Spirit will never give us a problem. Am I giving too much of problem for you?
No.
Okay. So what we discussed in the what we read from the purport, asammoha. Beautiful. Moha means like illusion, full of doubt, illusion or delusion. And asammoha is the opposite of it. So freedom from doubt and delusion. Uh, Believe it or not, we live in illusion, and we get confused. And very briefly, I will try to share what I'm by the blessings of devotees, what I could channelize and what I appreciate, say, huh? Again, I say I'm not a teacher and I barely know Bhagavad Gita. Everything is in the surface and it is going to be in the surface. I can never say that, oh, yes, I've got Bhagavad Gita. I know Bhagavad Gita. No. Asammoha means free from illusion, not being illusion. Moha means illusion. Means what? Illusion in the sense that, in a way, the grass looks greener on the other side. Uh, Illusion means what? Fancy, creation. uh, Need not necessary. It is not in tune with reality. What appears to be real. So the grass looks greener on the other side. In the sense, uh, this moha means always hankering. Oh, if I get that, I will be happy. If I get that, I will be happy. In the sense, have you noticed young children like 2, 3, 5 year old boy or girl, they would like to wear the slippers, sandals of their mom and dad, say, and walk with it. Like we live in this illusion, in the sense, in this craving of fantasizing. Oh, I'm a young boy or a young girl. I want to grow up. I want to come to this age, and then life will be so fun, so happy, so cool. I will have a smartphone with me. I will have friends and partner, and then further, oh, once I get a job, it will be so cool. Once I get a wife, it will be so cool. Once I get a life, it will be so cool. Once I get a house, it will be so cool. So that's illusion means always again makes us believe grass is greener on the other side and lets us forget the present. Mm, lets us forget the goal of life, the reality of life, the purpose of life, our makeup, our potential, something which just distracts us. But the Bhagavad Gita message, it is not to distract us, rather it is to get us attracted to the supreme attractive personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. So illusion, moha and sammoha stem from Krishna. And like further on, tolerance, forgiveness, truthfulness, they all come from Krishna. And again, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he mentions in his writings, for a sadhaka, a practitioner, compassion, compassion, tolerance, humility. These are our ornaments. These should be our ornaments. You know, the irony in this world, someone quoted, I believe, Martin Luther King, was he the American president? I think, yeah, I think it was him. If you know, then help me complete this quote. In today's world, we have guided missiles, but misguided men. Uh, we have guided missiles, but misguided civilization. What needs more guiding, the missile or my mind? What needs proper guidance? Does the missile need a proper guidance or my mind needs a proper guidance? And where are we putting our energy? Are we putting energy on this technological revolution, advancement altogether? Uh, Again, I don't want electric cars, non-electric cars, all these things. I don't go into such discussions in business. Um, but the thing is, where is that I'm putting my time, efforts, and energy? What is my perception, understanding of life? What is it I want to get from life? Is there more to life than what I see? And if someone comes across Bhagavad Gita, surely one would experience, no, yes, there is way more to life than what I see. There is way, way more. So, yeah. Speaking of tolerance, we should be tolerant of our intolerant nature. We should, to begin with, I should tolerate my intolerance as well. I acknowledge now that I'm intolerant. So I should come to peace with it. That doesn't mean that I do nothing about it, but if I do not tolerate my intolerance, then I'm going further down, right? But at least if I tolerate my intolerance, then the day will come when I will be less intolerant, just by tolerating my intolerance. So I learned how to tolerate myself, meaning how to tolerate my anger, how to tolerate my emotions, my desires, my demands, my cravings, many more like that. When I start tolerating myself in a better way, I will be able to tolerate others as well. But if I put so much energy tolerating others, then my mind will be very reeled actually. I won't be growing myself then that ways. So if I learn how to tolerate myself, so for that I need to know myself. When I know Krishna, see the essence is falling in love with Krishna. And when I am truly cultivating myself to fall in love with Krishna, I can tolerate myself, I can tolerate anything of this world as well. Because the return is what? Krishna. Krishna is so sweet beyond my words description. He's so beautiful, so loving, kind, caring that I should be able to tolerate anything of this world actually. And this is what Acharyas, Prabhupada's, the teachings of Goswamis is, and they lived by this. They were able to see that beauty of Krishna. They were in a relationship, pure loving relationship with Krishna, and they knew Krishna heart to heart. I don't know heart to heart, but at least I must try to find out someone who knows Krishna heart to heart. And truth as well. Again someone said, what? There are lies in this world. Hmm? There are lies in this world. There are lies, 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 and advertisement in this world. You agree? Again, I'm not trying to have a go at
Yes.
anything as such. Hmm? This world is what? It is made up of you and me only. We are in this world only. Ah, but just trying to understand things, trying to understand reality from a neutral, unbiased perspective, say, for my own benefit. So this world, yeah, there's lies, 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 and newspaper printing in this world. There's lies, 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 and advertisement in this world. There's lies, 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 and marketing in this world. Um, and Bhagavad Gita, it helps us maintain this virtue, sanctity of being truthful. We understand what is truthful, and lie and truth, everything comes from Krishna. So if I aim my life to be attained towards the attaining Krishna, then that is the true life proper. That is the true life. See, we are not hung up about becoming truthful. Truthful is cherished, truthful is aspired, truthful is desired, as long as it helps me to attain Krishna. Mm. This is why I want purity in my life, because that will potentially attract Krishna, attract the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, I've got nothing to personally to do with truthfulness. What good is that truth which doesn't help me attain Krishna? So I share this example, and then maybe I can give you peace for today, or we can see if we can slightly discuss control of the senses, because we read that purport also. So tell me, if a police van is in a chase for culprits, and Now they are in a motorway, a highway, motorway, or some town and streets, wherever, in a chase with some culprits. Now there's a traffic light ahead. Should the policeman stop if the traffic light is turned red, or can he jump the traffic light?
He usually just jumps the traffic light.
What do you mean? The police person anyways jumps the traffic light, you mean?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, if they're chasing someone.
Yeah, yeah. If they're chasing someone, if they're chasing a culprit, a potential criminal, they should cross the traffic light, right? They should jump the traffic light. Even the traffic light is showing red, the policeman shouldn't stop. He should cross that and go in chase after the criminal. But on a fine sunny day, when the police person is just patrolling and not in a chase after a criminal, if the traffic light is red, he should stop. He should not jump. Right?
Yeah.
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 S- So exactly, being truthful or not being truthful, we should become immune, or we should be transcendental to both. Ah, if that being truthful helps us develop pure sentiment, attachment, pure love for Krishna, that truthfulness is cherished. It's desired, it should be taken on board. And if a lie helps me attain Krishna, I should become tell that lie. And we see this in Mahabharata and elsewhere, and even in societal dealings, right? Uh, Again, a similar question. Someone who is interrogating a terrorist. In the process of interrogating the terrorist, can he say some lies to the terrorist?
No, we shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
I don't think so. Do you?
S-
I think it
So
depends on the age
investigator,
point.
can the investigator who is interrogating a terrorist, and in order to get information out from the terrorist, can he put forward some lies to the terrorist?
It
Can he
depends on the
fabricate,
context
manipulate?
too, both.
I feel like it depends on the context, because what if he's trying to get a piece of information from the terrorist and the only way to do that is to lie?
And not use it for his personal agenda, but to help the nation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not for his personal agenda, but to protect the society, for the welfare of the nation. And he knows, if I little bit fabricate, if I give him some sort of bribery of words, or play with words and all, or this sort of wrong information to him, then I can lure him, I can track him, I can bring him and get the real information out of him.
Yeah.
He should do that. He should do
Okay,
that to
yeah.
save the country, to save the people. That is not lying, and government allows for it. Government does allow. But if the investigator uses some unfair means for his personal agenda, that is never recommended. That is never recommended. So the message is, on a fine sunny day, the policeman, police car, police van, they should not cross traffic lights. They should go when it is green and stop when it is red. But if they are in a chase after a criminal, they should not look after the traffic lights. Likewise, on a fine sunny day for us, we should always be truthful. We should try to be honest, truthful, genuine, everything. But what good is it that of genuineness, being truthful, if it puts me off the track of Krishna consciousness? As in, when I meet my mates, my friends, and all, and if I see, okay, there's a clear potential that, okay, the activities, engagements, what they are asking me to do and all, if I say yes, and if I do not lie to them, then I will end up saying yes, and I will end up going in a wrong direction, which will be difficult for my towards the principles of my Krishna consciousness. Then I better say lie, I better say no, I better maybe fabricate whatever, in order to keep that Krishna consciousness spirit alive. Otherwise, we don't want to lie. We don't. And even in this Mahabharata, we see also an instance there was. where Krishna made Arjuna, Yudhishthir lie actually. He told Yudhishthir to speak a lie. Uh, So, as we were saying, right, the practicality or the essence has to be captured. Again, I find it fascinating. You let me know and see if this is real. If this is real, people in this world, we go a lot on beating about the bush without speaking or coming to the real thing. What is the real thing? What is the essence? And we just go in details. We love spending time, energy, we just get lost in the details without getting the crux of things. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, he doesn't want us to get lost in the Vedic flowery languages, so many things of Vedas here, there, this and that. No. Life is too short. We have a long way to go. Krishna is giving us the essence, the core essence for us to take and in this life itself attain Godhead. Have we got another maybe 5 minutes, or should we leave it here?
I don't mind. Yeah, if you want, I'll happily give you 5 minutes more.
Okay, thank you, Lucy. Kind of you.
Yeah.
Harsha, okay, huh?
Yeah, perfectly okay. You can
Okay,
continue.
so all of you have very controlled senses. This is what we were going to read, control of the senses, and you have good controlled senses. So we are moving ahead. Yeah. This Prabhupada has given us just one or two sentences on this, but so fascinating and like so nicely captures, like so beautifully. I'm reading the purport. It says, control of the senses means that the senses should not be used for unnecessarily personal enjoyment. What does it mean? In Kirtan, do not hold back. When Kirtan is going, do not feel shy if you feel inspired to dance. Don't hold back. Don't control your senses. Oh no, no, I need to control my senses. I don't need to dance. No, that's not the message. When it's Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, dance to your heart's content. Don't stop. But when it is mundane um, subject matter, mundane song or Bollywood going on or Hollywood going on that ways, then keep your feet calm. Keep your feet calm. That is the thing. Ah, I say this thing. Intelligence is shown by self control. How much intelligent we are will be determined by how much self control have we got. Would you say?
Can I just say something about the music thing, dancing to the music? And
Yeah,
you
go
can
on.
correct me if
I
I'm
I
wrong,
I
but
knew I knew you I knew you would say something. Yeah, I knew it.
um,
Today
but yeah,
you
this
all
is
are
all.
putting me to task today.
Oh,
This is
sorry. Yeah, I don't
overtime,
know
by
whether
the
to
way.
jump in or just leave it, but I feel strongly
No,
about this one.
jump in. We can try to continue tomorrow. I need some
Um,
time also to think, right?
yeah.
Go on.
Um,
No, say please.
okay. Yeah, because I may be wrong, but obviously I don't understand Krishna consciousness yet. That's why I'm here to learn more. But um, that feeling of Krishna consciousness could be with you at any time, especially if you are listening to other music. You might feel inspired to dance, and that energy could be a part of Krishna consciousness. Is that possible?
Theoretically, perhaps yes. Theoretically, perhaps yes. In the sense, everything comes from Krishna, and we'll see it. Krishna will answer more to your question in this chapter in text 41. Mm. Theoretically, perhaps yes, because if I see um, some of these musicians, like I don't know to name um, who some musician, a person I don't name is not coming. Maybe George Michael or someone, a very good
Oh no.
musician, very, no, okay, any other person for that matter, say, a very good musician, very good songs and all, he or she writes. And if we can see that, yes, they have been
This is how.
blessed by Krishna. Say, oh,
Yeah, this is what I think. People
yeah,
have been
if
blessed. They have like their
sure,
divine
yeah, this
talent that
talent,
they should
this
share
this
with.
talent, this thing, they've been blessed by Krishna. That
Mm.
appreciation, yes, wow, they've been put in a good position. And furthermore, we can see how far do we want to go with this. Sometimes it may happen, oh wow, she's such a good actress, he's such a good actor. Wow, look at this web series. These guys, they are so brilliant. They've been blessed by Krishna. They've created such a good web series. And if I further go on blessing them, further go on appreciating, I may end up hooked up by that web series. And sooner or like without even noticing, I will come to know that okay, actually my Krishna consciousness has gone in the back burner, or as they say,
Mhm.
if you see what I mean.
I
So
do see what you
certain,
mean. I was just gonna say, so
so
is it
go on.
about the balance and not being able
It
to
is,
tell when
it
obsession
is,
comes over and just be
yes, yes,
appreciating,
it
but
is,
yeah.
it is, it is about the balance. That doesn't see if a girl is beautiful. What does it mean? Should I just stop seeing her? Should I not say, oh, she's a beautiful girl? Huh? That is there, but thing is, furthermore, how do I associate? What do I think? That sort of thing. So if someone's music is good, yes, we appreciate. Okay, yeah, the songwriting is good, the lyrics is good, uh, music is good, and been blessed by Krishna. The source, it's a spark. He has got a spark of Krishna's energy. Wow. But further, if I go, what is his take in life? Is that music he doing it to serve Krishna? If not, then how can I, if I hook myself into that music, I also won't be able to serve Krishna then. Then
So
very soon I will be pulled.
do you think
Go on.
dancing to other music in a moment of appreciation of being blessed by Krishna is taking us away from Krishna, or is it, can it be appreciation for that in the moment, as long as you don't go
There,
overboard and dance yourself silly?
yeah, so there, it can be appreciated in the moment as long as we don't go overboard. And again, see, Lucy, things will come naturally because it's not an imposition of the mind. Things will come naturally. Once we get a higher taste in the practice of Krishna consciousness, many things we may not be able, we won't be doing now. What, like we, all of us, like in Garuna Bhavan, you know, these practicing devotees, right? They all have had such a huge transformational journey altogether. And it's not like um, um, they like Krishna consciousness aspects now. And when we look ourselves, when they look for themselves in the past, oh, I used to like that so much, but not so much anymore now. So what I mean to say is like the hasn't, it won't be like a strong imposition on the mind and I have to really stress my nerves. Naturally, I will know like okay, appreciation and leave it there. So balance and that ways. And certainly, mm, Krishna consciousness doesn't give us any license to put someone down, even though one's music or like that. Of course, if someone is blaspheming, if someone is very insulting and like that, then we have to speak out the truth. But in general, for Bollywood, Hollywood, music oriented and all, it doesn't give us a license to just like, that's not the style of preaching as well, to show someone in the light, in the dark side. No, we always remember everyone is a potential devotee of Krishna. uh, And if we can differentiate between the mind and the person, we will be at peace. The person may not be at peace, but if I can differentiate it between the person and his mind, then I can differentiate it between the soul and the person's conditioned activities. And I can be at peace. I can love the person, the soul, respect him as a potential pure devotee of Krishna, as a part and parcel of Krishna, but I may not appreciate his conditioned current material activities, say. And I can put this message in a peaceful, respectable manner, or even if it has to be in a strong manner, without insulting or offending someone, with my humility and integrity intact. Does that somewhat answer your question?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. I think on this note, maybe I give you peace for today. We'll try to continue from here tomorrow. Is that
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
ठीक है
Hare
अच्छा
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.